Welcome to all of you. In this module, we are going to study the FIR filter design techniques and the FIR filter structure realization. In this lecture, we are going to discuss about the FIR filter design techniques. FIR stands for Finite Impulse Response. We are going to discuss only the linear phase FIR filters. Now the desired frequency response specification is given by HD of W and it is being determined by the corresponding unit sample response HD of N. Now the relation between HD of W and HD of N is given by HD of W is equal to summation N is equal to 0 to infinity HD of N e to the power of minus j Wn. Let us call this as the equation 1. Now HD of N is defined by the inverse representation, that is equal to 1 divided by 2 pi integral minus pi to pi HD of W e to the power of j Wn into dW. Let us consider this as the equation 2. Now let us identify the HD of N from the equation 2. Now this HD of N can be truncated for a finite duration by defining the length N is equal to M minus 1. Now by truncating this HD of N to the finite length M minus 1, then it is nothing but multiplying HD of N by a rectangular window. Now what is this rectangular window? This rectangular window is defined by this expression W of N is equal to 1 for all the values of N ranging from 0 to M minus 1 and 0 otherwise. Now the unit sample response of the FIR filter finally becomes H of N is equal to HD of N into W of N, where this W of N is going to indicate the rectangular window in this particular case. Now let us go through the various windowing methods that will be used in the FIR filter: rectangular window, Bartlett window, Hanning window, Hamming window, Blackman window and the Keyser window. Among these windows, we are going to study only the first four, that is rectangular, Bartlett, Hanning and Hamming window. Now for each of these windowing methods, we are going to predefine the transition width, then stop band attenuation, the minimum and the window function. So these are going to be the standard for all these four kinds of windowing techniques. Transition width is nothing but stop band minus the pass band, and for rectangular window it is defined by 4 pi divided by N, where this capital N is going to be the order of the filter. Then stop band attenuation for this will be 21 dB. Then window function is equal to 1. This is what we discussed in the previous slide. Now Bartlett window, it is 8 pi by N, stop band attenuation is 25, the window function is defined by this representation. So similarly we are going to have the Hanning window as well as the Hamming window representations. Most commonly we always make use of the rectangular window as well as the Hamming window. These two are going to be the most common realizations in most of the cases. Now let us go through the design steps, and at this instant we can consider that this design step is specifically is applicable to almost all the windows, but in this case we can consider, let us stick on to only the rectangular window. So step 1, choose appropriate window based on the stop band attenuation. So that means in the given question certain details will be provided, among which the stop band attenuation is one of the detail. So based on the stop band attenuation only we are going to identify which is the windowing method that we need to apply. Therefore, so in the general category of the in the design, So step 1 is choose the appropriate window based on the stop band attenuation. Step 2, if delta W is transition width, then determine number of filter coefficients for FIR filter, that is n greater than or equal to k into 2 pi divided by delta W. So where n is going to be the order of the filter and k depends on the type of the window. And always remember that the value of n, whatever we are going to get, irrespective of that, we must round it off to a odd value. For example, if we are going to get the order as 54, then we must take its next value, that is the 55 we need to consider. That means n must be a odd value. And specify ideal or desired frequency response HD of W. Step 4, for an ideal low pass filter having the frequency response, so this is the frequency response. So this then for this we need to HD of n, HD of W is being given, and our requirement is we need to calculate HD of n. So if this is going to be the frequency response given, apply the IDFT for this one, then we are going to get HD of n, which will be sine of WC into n minus alpha divided by pi of n minus alpha for n not equal to alpha, and it will be WC by pi for n equal to alpha. The last step, finally, the impulse response of the FIR filter is found by truncating HD of n using the window function W of n. That means h of n will be equal to HD of n multiplied with W of n for the range 0 to n minus 1. Thanks for joining.